for Twitch to sort itself out now. It's receiving data, but I'll wait until it's online. Come on. Just want text. What's that? What any of these mean? Fellowship. Okay, so I am online. I'm just making sure I've got all these ticked for this tab. That'll do. Okay. So, welcome to the second half of Lord of the Rings Beginner's Guide. I'm going to continue from where we left off. I was going to sort out the bags before doing the live stream, but I thought, as obviously this is a beginner's guide, we will go through sorting out bags, and then I thought I'd explain a bit more advanced stuff. I think the first episode that I did was very basic, went through a lot of basic things that if you know how to play MMOs, it's quite straightforward in learning the different skill, how to basically play. So first I'll sort out the bag, and then what I'll do is I'll talk about the LOTRO store. One thing that you'll get when you boot up the game, and when you start the game, whenever it goes into a loading screen, it'll tell you about little things that you can buy at the LOTRO store. So I know that the LOTRO store gets shoved down your throat a lot of the time, but it's not a big concern. A lot of people may see that as, okay, is this game pay to win? Does it make a big difference if I don't use the store? What does basically using the store mean, and what can I do other than purchasing stuff from there and spending money? So I sort of this bag. So firstly, as I discussed yesterday, the bags are all jumbled up. But what you can do, you press, which one is it now? Edit mode on here. See, it's done this, and you can drag all the tiles into one bag. So then you don't have to. You can organise it so you have more than just one bag. I like to set it up as one bag like that. So now everything is there in that bag. I'm going to sort it. Yes, I want to rearrange my items, and I'll sort it out into a neat pile. And then you can lock items. So this lock button is basically if I've got a sword that I don't want to sell and I want to keep, I can click on it and it'll lock it. So when I go to a store, when I go to a merchant or anything like that, that won't show up for sale. And if you automatically sell everything, the things that you've locked will stay in your inventory. So that's what that button does. And then this little coin piece is for your bags. So you won't have all the inventory space available to you as a free to play player, whatever you want to say it. So you click on that and it'll mean you can buy more bag space. And from that I will lead on to the LOTRO store, where it decides to open up. I'm working on a laptop, and the charger's a bit buggy, so if you hear any beeps, it's the charger just being a bit silly on me. Come on. Not to mention, it's not like the best rig. It's not like a desktop PC with all the what would you call it? Bells and whistles and bells, whatever. Hence why it's taking forever to load the store now. Come on, computer, work with me here. Close the bag. Might help it a little. I just want it to work. I don't know if I discussed this top bar up here yesterday, but it is what's called a plugin. You can find plugins online at LOTRO interface, and it'll give you little things that you can install onto the game, which makes it a bit more easier to use. There's different things like skins, so the UI will look different than the the standard UI that we have. This is what's called a Titan bar, and that shows you how much things in your backpack. This shows you your armor, as you can see there. This shows you how healthy your armor is, because your armor can get damaged. Obviously this is your currency, where you're at, and the time. Sorry, it's a little bit short on my screen, I couldn't see. What I'm going to do whilst I'm waiting for this to load, because it is taking forever. I don't know why it's taking so long. For no bloody reason. I'll have to sort out my charger, because the computer doesn't die on me. There we go, sorted. I'm gonna reload that in 1 second. You see it's down there whenever you need it. There we go. A bit more transparent, but as you can see it's still got little different things. So with the LOTRO store, the currency is LOTRO points. LOTRO points you can buy with real money. You can become a VIP, which means that if you're a VIP and you're on a monthly rolling subscription, every month you will get, I think it's 1,000 LOTRO points to spend at the store. I was VIP for a time, so that's why I've got 974 points. Now, what I mean is, it does, as I said, shove it in your face if, when it's on a loading screen, or when you come up with, as I said, the bag space or things like that. And it doesn't really initially tell you, that you can earn these points in another way. So when I first started, I started as a free-to-play player, and obviously I didn't have all the points. I didn't have enough money to be a VIP, and I didn't have enough money to buy points as standard. So what you can do instead, which I think at some point the game tells you, but there is what's called deeds. Now deeds are basically tasks that you can complete to gain titles for your character, to gain reputation with the factions in Lord of the Rings, and another thing is to gain LOTRO points. So as you can see here, I have class, race and epic deeds. These will be the abilities that I use, and if you use like a certain amount, so if you use an ability 100 times, you will then complete that deed and you'll get rewards for it. At the moment there's nothing here. Eriador is the current location that we are at. Now I will open my map by pressing M. We are at Foreign's Gate, which is in Eredluin, which is in Eriador. Eriador covers everything west. Yeah, west, which includes the Shire, Eredluin, where we are, the Lowlands, which are in between the Shire and Rivendell, as well as the gate to Moria. If you know your Lord of the Rings, you will know this area, and that's Angmar is up there, where the Witch King comes from, who is a major bad guy in Lord of the Rings. So this is basically the starting area. This is the area the game started with. So up until level cap, this as a free-to-player, I'm just going to say free-to-player, it sounds better. This is what you will initially have, this area. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't a lot to do. Because if you've seen the movies or read the books, they do go from one place to another quite quickly. But your mission in this game is not to travel from one place to another. What you'll be doing in Eriador and in the other places respectively is basically CSI Middle-earth. So you will be taking on quests like the one we have been doing, and figuring out what these mean, so what the premonitions or Elrond's had means, and what's happening with the world. The main focus of Lord of the Rings Online when it came out was to promote Angmar. Angmar being a massive place of interest in Middle-earth that, as I said, is the place where the Witch King held up. So the main emphasis of this game at the start was to deal with the Witch King and Angmar, who was, sending out his forces from there. So that's the map. So, as I said, that's what you'll be doing. So you'll be going through the different regions. Like this, look. So you have Breeland. Breeland is where Bree is. And again, you'll gain reputation with Bree. So you can get extra stuff at Bree from the reputation vendor. The Shire, Eredluin, which is the region, Lowlands, and so on and so forth. All these are different areas in Eriador. Yep. Then you have Ravonen, which incorporates Lothlorien, Moria, because there's different parts of Moria, Mirkwood, the river, Eastern Rohan, Wildemar, Western Rohan, strongholds of the north, the dwarf holds, Vales of Anduin, and Wells of the Long Flood. Everything to do with Rohan and that area. Gondor, self-explanatory. You have Western, Central, Eastern, Old Arnorian, Far Arnorian, March of the King, which is a certain instance, I do believe, which you'll obviously get to when you get to that bit, and the Wastes. Again, I haven't ventured that far. I've got to Minas Tirith, and that's where we have stayed at the moment. And again, Mordor, self-explanatory. You have Gorgoroth, which is the main place of Mordor, and is where Sauron resides, and Imlad Morgul, which is where I believe all the armies come from. I need to read up on my books, yes. Skirmishes, instances, hobbies, because you get hobbies like fishing and other stuff, and the war in general. Their deeds, you complete them, you get rewards. Most rewards will be turbine points. They come in sets of 5, 10, and 20, and so on and so forth. And there is an abundance of deeds within this game. So you're not short of getting and building up them LOTRO points. I believe that I spent a long while in Eriador just doing the quests, leveling up and getting them LOTRO points. I think I did spend a little bit of money on it. I would suffice to say when we got more near Moria, but because we weren't even at level cap when we were going to Moria, we still stayed within the area, within Eriador, to level up and then go forward, because it does get strikingly harder as you go on. So that's the LOTRO store. They have recently put out a free quest code. So when you go onto the LOTRO store, you'll be able to input codes, and what Standing Stone Games do, which is really great, in their weekly newsletters, they will have a promotion code, which allows you to have a free item from the store. So you do this by going to the redeem codes and entering the codes that have been given to you. They've recently just sent out a code for a limited time offer up until the August 31st, which gives you all the quests that you can get. So when you start the game initially as a free-to-player, you will go around and you'll find certain people that have quests that you cannot do without buying. This doesn't break the game. It doesn't mean that you have to buy main quests. The main quests of Eriador are available to you. These are just side quests that you can do to gain more reputation, more deeds, and basically learn more about the area and the lore and what's happening around it. As I said, they've released a code to get all of the quest packs, all the way up to the newly recent one that they've done, and so therefore, when you're playing it, there'll be no people asking, to buy a quest. You'll just be able to do it. As well as that, what they've done in regards to the expansions for a limited time up until the 31st of August. Going to featured items, double limited time offers. These get filtered out, so if you buy an expansion, it won't be here anymore. So that's why nothing's here, because I've got all the expansions for the game. But the expansions should be here, and they should be on sale for 99 points. Which is quite cheap when you're saying that they used to go for 1,000 LOTRO points. This wasn't a biggie if you're a VIP, because you get 1,000 points each month. That means you can easily get an expansion each month. But this is really good for value. As I said, it's 99 points per quest. So hopefully that's mostly sorted out the LOTRO store there. As I said, it's not game breaking. So I've played this game for a very long time as a free to player, and I did not get stuck in any way, shape or form, and was able to carry on with the game regardless of purchasing anything from the store for a long period of time. I'm just going to do that. That's all transparent now. All cool. And then what I want to do to be able to what's that? Yeah. Never mind. Should be able to hide it. I'm just trying to make hold it. How to hide always. There we go. Maybe not. Because now I can't see it. We just can put on it at. There we go. So we've got that. And then obviously if we want to sort it out, we can do. Right, so let's check our Hobbit gifts we have gotten. And I've got some buffs, which is always great. Now look, cool. So where we left off, we was investigating Skorgrim, and now we have to follow the trail of some red flowers. Skorgrim being the Dourhan dwarf that tried to claim immortality and basically attacked the elves, and so was stopped. Whee. Amazingly, I didn't break my leg. So if you fall from great heights, you break your leg. Watch this. There we go, so I've broken my leg now. You can die from fall damage, it's just depends on the height. So there we can see our plant in the distance. Just gonna click on that, and I'll run to it. This is quite funny because you can literally click on them, and as you get to that one, you will see the next one in this, so then you can click on the next one. So you don't have to use the WASD keys. To a dark dwarf keep. Guessing that's the dwarf keep right there. And there looks to be a dwarf down here. Let's go have a chat.
Look what the Dour Hands have done to this place.
Hail elf, I see that you are one of the company that speak properly, boss. Hail elf, I see that you are one of the company that arrived last night when we did. I wonder if we seek the same thing. I'm here to find out what has become of Gormer. You seek Skorgrim, you say? The Dour Hands are his descendants, but Skorgrim is long dead. I asked to speak with the steward, and the Dour Hands directed me here. This was once a great storage house of foreigns. I don't think I like what the Dour Hands have done with the place. And for just doing that, I get a cape. Yay.
Down yonder is Gormer, the steward appointed by Thorin before he left.
Okay, I heard one of the guards here talking, down yonder in Gormer. The steward appointed by Thorin before he left. The Gormer is the reason we have come, and the leader of this Dour Hand rabble you see all over the place. He harbours no love for Dwallin's folk, nor for those who once lived in Thorin's hall. Before the Dour Hands took over... Oh. End of sentence. You might as well go speak with him and find out what he has done here, and why he has grown silent over the years. Maybe he knows where that body you seek has got to. Thank you, Tregwe. Tregwe. However you want to pronounce it. Put a cape on. There we go, got a cape. Let's go see what he has to say for himself. This is Gormer Dowersmith. Oh.
Have you come to pay your respects at Skogrim's tomb?
I see an elf. Surely from the party that has come to settle on the outskirts of the gloomy elf town in the north. What do you want, elf? You have come to Skogrim's tomb, but Skorgrim was an enemy of your people. Why should I talk to you? I don't know, but I get some money for it. So.
No one is to gain admittance to Skogrim's tomb.
I'm afraid you have come here for nothing anyway, Afaril. No one is to gain admittance to Skorgrim's tomb. It is a sacred ground, and the only descendants of Skorgrim, that is, the Dour Hands, have leave to enter. You are more than welcome to pay your respects to our fallen king at his shrine, which is just east of here, in the Rockbelly Pit. Skorgrim was a great king, after all, and deserves tribute. Was he not, elf? I don't think he was. Just going to put it out there. Oh, this person's got... Bjarne.
You should pay your respects to Skogrim.
Lord Gormer has told us that you were there when Skorgrim died at the hands of your peoples. We will not tolerate elves in our land unless you help to pay retribution for what they have done. We are having a commemoration of Skorgrim's many achievements as king of the Dour Hands, but we need ritual stones, black as pitch. I was not able to find enough for everyone that plans to attend. They are a form of tribute to Skorgrim King. You should make yourself useful and collect some more. They can be found in and around the Winter Height Cave east of here. The arrows tell me to go up here, so I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go into this cave. They'll tell me to go into. So I've got to kill some bats, and I've also got to collect some rocks. Unlock. You rock. I've nearly found all the rocks. Where are all these bats gone? There's bats in here. Someone's been here before. Let's go back down then. Come on, batty bats, where are you? Back in thin area. Yeah, cool. That's one. Two. Three. Four. Come on, now where are you, batty bats? Come on, come on, come on. Oh, then. That's not the way out, so I'm not going that way yet. Go. Oh no, it's not me out. Can I get a bat? Okay. A menacing looking statue has been raised in the likeness of Gorgrim. Come on, Limpy. Goes this guy first.
Ah, these are the very stones we need.
Not bad for an elf. Your loyalty to the Dour Hands will not be forgotten, champion. You may soon earn our forgiveness for what your peoples did to our king. Ooh. A new weapon.
What do you want?
So you walked in our shrine, did you? As you can see, the Dour Hands' reverence of our fallen king is very great. The Longbeards and the elves do not understand such loyalty. So this was perhaps a good lesson for you. But do not go away just yet. I'm sure we can think of more tasks to occupy you while you trespass. Afaril? Give him a chance.
It will be a busy day
Oh,
for
fine.
all my
Yay.
folk.
Would you like to be here to witness the ritual of commemoration of our fallen king? As steward of these halls, I welcome you to celebrate with us. It will not be long now. In fact, I believe the preparations begin tonight. What say you, Afaril? Think on it, if you will. Return to me when you have decided. Just be sure you make the right decision. Ah ho ho. Run along now, friend. I have no more time for you. It will be a busy day for all of my folk. Cool. Can't see it because I've got my cosmetic armor on. Been awarded the title. I've got Ephrail of Adeland, Ephrail Enforcer of Helm, Ephrail the Wary, Ephrail Friend of the Mark, Ephrail Guard of the Eisen. Don't want anything at the moment. Time to go this way now. So this is basically the starting area. So it'll tell you the basics, kind of get you into the story before pushing you out into the wide world of Lord of the Rings. So at first you won't. This is basically the prologue to your story, and then you will then reunited with all the players of Lord of the Rings after it is finished. I'm going to talk to Dwalin now. Let's see what he's going to say to me.
Thank goodness you're here.
Ah, my good elf, I bid you welcome, and I am here, and I am at your service. Nos Grimsong sent me word that you would join us in friendship. You spoke to Gorma recently, did you? The traitor. Skorgrim is not the king of Thorin's Hall. This place belongs to Thorin's line. I have too much on my plate for the nonsense of dour hands and their strange rituals. All of my dwarves are ill since coming here. That is more pressing than Gorma's folly. And I get some mushrooms, yay!
Look, all of these dwarves are sick, dying.
I think I cannot do anything until I figure out what we can do to help them. I don't even know what happened to make them ill. How can I hope to cure them if I don't know how they came by this plague? Excuse me. Those fool dour hands have really let this place crumble. Thorin would be livid if he could see it now, full of poison and death. Sorry, I've got to examine patches of strange soil along the river and collect samples from sick bears. Go. Oh, this guy's got a quest for me too.
Have you seen the Barrowhounds nearby? Why do Barghest now haunt our fair lands?
Have you seen the Barrow Hounds nearby, good elf? The other dwarves think they are just bleak wild dogs, but you and I know better. These are Barghests. In my travels some years ago, I once happened upon the most forsaken place I have ever seen. Dread filled me, and my voice died, and all was cold. The dogs there were the very same as these black, harmful beasts with their eyes full of death. Why have they come to replace the lynx and wild oryx as herds that roamed here in Thorin's day? It does not make any sense. They must be driven off. That's what I'll do first. Go over here. Our guests. Quite easy to defeat. Good thing about having all the quests is that if you're a free-to-player and you don't get all the quests. A lot of the time you will be doing the main quest because you can, but you'll have to do a lot of grinding because the main quests do jump from difficulty. So I remember playing as a free-to-player and getting stopped at one of the quests because everything out-leveled me, so I had to think strategically. I somehow got past them and then had to level myself up for the next battle, but that's just what you have to watch out for. As I said, now with this paid promotion, well, not paid promotion, with this code that they've issued out, that won't be an issue, so you'll be able to do all the missions in one area, get enough levels, so then when you do more of the main quest, it'll be easier, even more leveled, and it won't seem as much of a challenge than when I was facing off against bosses or anything like that underleveled. So Una says, "Thank you, Afaril. Those dogs chill my heart. You did a good deed for these lands by driving them back. Perhaps someday the Lynx and Oryx will be able to return to these parts. Someday. I wonder why the wretched dogs settled here to begin with." And let's put some shoulder guards on. Cool, cool, cool. My next task is over this way. There we go, we got some sludge and we got some dying mountain bears. Very nice. No. Let's just kill one of these bears then. One more bear to go. And 2 more sludges. Okay, so now finish off with the sludges. This bear will probably try and attack me. Or not. I'm not all now, so now I can report back to Robin. I'll be alright. Sorry about that. Okay, so where were we? Going back to dwelling, are we?
If the water of the river has been tainted,
So along the river is foul, you say? So you think that the water that flows from the clean mountain springs is tainted by a putrid rot? And these bears, look, the meat is rotted, even though they are fresh killed. This must be what is taking all of the dwarves in my party. Many of my dwarves stopped at the river to fill their flasks. No wonder they are sick. What can we do? Oh no. Thank you for the ring.
mountain springs should be the purest of water.
Mountain springs are always the purest of water, especially in these parts. Something must be causing the water to run foul. Will you explore the source of the river? Perhaps there will be evidence as to what caused the vile plague. Because now we don't even know what it is that makes my poor dwarves sick. If you can make the river run clean again, I have hope for the animals and the snows here as well. Maybe Thorin's Hall won't be lost to sickness. Cool. Let's get my ring on. Marlin's put a ring on it. To the next task. Cool. This way. Seems to be a lot of lag for some reason. Loot all this rubbish. I can sell it. See, another thing that you'd see that your bag won't get filled up. It'll go into a separate bag for you then to loot whenever you want to. Like that. But then you're not going to get an overflow in your bag. You can just, you know, you can take the rubbish if you want, or leave it there. So the task is telling us to. An elf stands up top the mountain path, and he looks very much like Eladin. We'll get to that in a sec after we've attacked these dwarves. So we won't be attacking this one, he's drunk, so he's not much of a threat. Mash buttons, everything. Oh, there goes that. One more. Not really spawning fast enough, are they? You gotta go down there. Get one more dwarf. Oh, good one. Last wall, and then we've got all the way back up there again. There we go, cool. Probably the way I should have gone in the first place, but oh well. More kills, means I'll level up faster. Mean Dower Hand. Must be very mean. So yeah, when it comes to Lord of the Rings, it can be quite easy to get into. I know it has a lot of similarities to other MMOs that you may have played, if you've played other MMOs. But I like the lore in regards to it being a Lord of the Rings game. It's got a lot of story to it, a lot of story lines to it. Are really interesting and cool to follow. And you'll be doing a lot of lots throughout the game. As well as the amazing community. In the first video I briefly mentioned the amazing community that some of the servers have. This server is called Land Roval, and I believe it's an amazing community that we have on this server. When it comes to celebrations, you have bands playing, which is a group of minstrels playing. You have people that roleplay as well, so you have people that, character, people that know the lore of Lord of the Rings. So if you want to know anything, you can easily ask chat, and they'll be able to give you, the information that you need. It's constantly busy, so I wouldn't say that it's a dead game. It has got a lot of people on it, and there's always something to talk about. I know that by going on to general, I can literally sit here and just read what the world chat is talking about. It's usually something that they debate or talk about in general, which is quite interesting. And yeah, which is what was I trying to say? So yeah, it's just an amazing game with an amazing community around it. It should get more credit than it gets, really. You have, when you think of MMOs, you usually go straight to games like World of Warcraft, like Guild Wars, or anything like that. Lord of the Rings Online is kind of the unsung hero in a way, but it's so amazing because it's so in tune with Lord of the Rings. I think what pushes me to play this game more than other games that are even free to play, I've played Arcade, I've played Dragon's Prophet, I've played Aeon. What pushes me to play Lord of the Rings Online is because it's all set in this world that I've adored from the movies and from the books, and to kind of be integral in it, or just to go see these different places or have these different weapons. Like looking at Elvo here, right here, like, look at him. He looks so cool, and them swords are freaking awesome. Can I have your swords, mate? 'Cause they're just fantastic. They're so cool. But anyway, let's carry on. Let's speak to Elvo here.
Those are ill tidings.
The dwarves with dwelling drank from the river water below, you say? That is ill tidings. The creatures here are transformed by plague and look as if they will die very soon. I came this way to scout for signs of my father's dream, but the grim dwarves here have kept me from getting much farther. Something evil stirs in that cave. Can you feel it? Can we feel it? Can we?
I believe there may be hope for the city.
At level
dwarves
6, and it's telling us about class traits. You can now open your traits panel with the J key to spend your hard-earned trait points. I'll go into that in a sec. And outfits. So it's telling us about outfits. So you can obviously equip stuff on here, which gives you stats, but you have cosmetic outfits. Like the one I'm wearing right now, with the hewbark of the hammer hand. But just to be specific, I'm going to wear my equipment outfit, just so then you can see cool equipment. It doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Equip that ring as well. So I've got 2 rings on. Growlin put a ring on it, and over here put a ring on it. And then if you press J, you can go to your traits. Let's do that as well. So traits is basically the route that you go on in regards to your class. This is the champion's traits tree. So as you see, you have the martial champion, the berserker, and the deadly storm. They do different abilities. So you have damage soaking tank, who prefers offense over defense. Deals single target crit based melee damage. Deals whirling AoE destruction upon foes. I'm gonna go be with this one because I like to take multiple enemies. There we go. Now, it's highlighted this tree. So as I get points, I can put it on here. But it'll give me a head start on here. When you get further down, it'll open up these. And then you can gain more abilities from these. So you can, even though you're on a certain path, you can mold your character into what skills you want and make your own kind of blend of things. Let's carry on. I believe there may be hope for the sick dwarfs after all. When poisons seep into the land, oftentimes the land will strive to heal itself, much as our own bodies will fight infection. If you explore inside the mountain, you might find just such an event. I believe that medicinal plants will grow inside, and those will help to cure the dwarves. But the source of the poison itself is yet to be discovered, though I have my suspicions. I feel a powerful chill when I stand near this entrance to the mountain. I will stand guard here while you explore the cave. Thanks, basically, you're too scared to go in. Great. I'll kill it myself then, shall I? Oh, we've got some snakes. Oh yeah, and also we've got some abilities here. So let's see, we've got Wild Attack, Champion's Challenge, and Rend, and Blade Storm. Cool, let's go. Please, is this passive? There's no head. Check out this bugger. Oh. Really? Didn't you just have to, didn't you? Get down. Go this way. Don't have to fight me if you don't want, but I'm gonna. see if there's any more herbs around. Yeah. Leave that. Oh, cool. A horrible feeling comes over you. Nothing approaches. Yeah. Stop. Cannot defeat us. He says as I defeat him. The little dwarf king shall walk. The fell spirit has evaporated, but the dread invoked by his words lingers. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's fight this person first. Give me for being so quiet, just focusing. I've done this now. Out. Talk to over here. Ah, you have collected pure herbs. You'll be a hero to those dwarves, Afril. Tell me of what you saw in the cave while I mix a salve to help the sick. Give me a helmet. These leaves can be crushed to make a powerful remedy. You smell the clear sap. It is the blood of the mountain, striving to cleanse itself of corruption. Take this veil, Afril. I have drained enough sap to save those dwarves. If we can rally them in time, our two parties should be able to rid Ered Luin of the horrible fate that awaits it. I will not stand idly by while these fair, clean lands are poisoned with death. Go well, my friend. Hopefully I will see you again when we meet to put a stop to this madness. Put my helmet on. There we go. I've gotta say, I don't think I like her with a helmet on. So, what I'm gonna do, go to my cosmetic outfits, switch it so then I can see my dwarf's face. There we go. Sorted. I'm going to sort her eyebrows, she's got a bit of a high eyebrows, hasn't she? Anyway, I think we will leave it here, standing next to Elvo here. Hope you liked it. If you have any information, or if you would like any answers or have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I will be doing more of these. I will put this up on YouTube at some point as well, maybe with less in between bits, more condensed as you would call it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.